Okay. So in the last session is just introduction, right? So in today's session, I'll discuss about features of Linux. What are the features we have in Linux? Why people are switching to Linux? Why the technologies are coming with Linux operating system? And that we'll see now as features of Linux. So we are in Unix shell scripting, Linux Unix shell scripting. So whatever the shell scripting we are going to execute in our sessions, that scripting works in Unix machines and Linux machines, right? So I'm giving information about Linux first. So in order to execute the commands, we need an operating system. So what operating system I'm going to install means I'm going to install Linux operating system. So why Linux? When we already have Windows, why Linux? Means open source. In source code, we get along with the operating system. It means operating system is free to everyone. Operating system is free to everyone. So you can download and you can install. No need to pay for the license key. In Linux, no need to pay for any license key. Coming to Windows, when you are using genuine operating system, Windows operating system, so it lasts for the license key. They'll charge for the license key, right? So in organizations means based on number of users, 3 single user, 3 users, 9 users, based on number of users, they will charge. And even nowadays, when you are purchasing new laptops, they are charging extra 2 to 3,000 in order to give OS. Because Windows is not
Windows
free.
11 is, ma'am, 11,000 they are charging OS.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now they are charging 11,000. For me, for my laptop, they charge extra 3,000.
No, ma'am, Windows 11, all the new laptops are coming, it's 11,000 externally if you want to give take genuine license.
Yes, yes, sir. For me, they charge 3,000.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. So that is in Windows. But coming to Linux here, OS is open to everyone. You can download and you can install genuine operating system. So that is one advantage. And source code we can edit. Source code we get with write permission. So you can edit source code. It means if you want to do any changes, if you want to create your own commands, you want to change the view of your operating system, whatever changes you want to do, you can do that. Because source code you will get with write permission. We don't do any changes, but if you want to do, you can change. If you want to change the source code means 100% C, C++, you must know. But generally we don't do the changes. So first feature is open source. Source code we get along with the operating system. It means operating system is free to everyone. Second is multitasking. You can run multiple applications at a time. In Linux, you can run multiple applications at a time. Even now in Windows also, you can run multiple applications at a time. That is possible in Windows also. Most of the operating system are coming with this feature. And next one is multi-users. Here, multiple users can run at a time. See. And now whatever I'm explaining, this also I will share to Telegram. Once you get the Telegram link, I will share the notes to there. So we have types in operating system. There are 3 types. There are 3 types of operating system. Single user, single task operating system, single user, multitask operating system, and multi-user, multitask operating system. So there are 3 types of operating system we have generally. Single user, single task means only one user can log in. That user can perform only one task. If they are performing any task, if any application is open, in the same time they want to open another application, they cannot open. So that type of operating systems we call single user, single task operating system. Example for that is DOS, disk operating system. So this is single user, single task. This is the first operating system we have. And next one is single user multitask. Here also, how many users list it is displaying. When you log in into your computer, when you switch on your computer, how many users list it is displaying. Still only one user can log in, but that user can perform multiple tasks. That user can perform multiple tasks. If they open one application in the same time, they want to open another application. They want to listen the songs. They want to open Maya software. They want to open TeamViewer. Different softwares they want to open. They can do that. But only one user can log in at a time. If they want to log in into another user, first they will log out from one user, then they will log in into another user. So that type of operating system is Windows. Example for this is Windows. Windows is single user multitasking. How many users it is displaying list? You can still click on only one user, but that user can perform multiple tasks. And next one is multi-user multitasking. Here, multiple users can log in at a time. 40,000 users practically can log in at a time, and that users can perform multiple tasks. Okay, so example for this is Linux. So this is also featured in Linux. Multiple users can log in and that users can perform multiple tasks. How to log in into multiple users at a time, that I will show practically in our class. So this is also advantage of Linux. First is open source. Source code we get along with the operating system. So operating system is free to everyone and multiple users can log in and they can perform multiple tasks. And next one is portability. Portability means can be installed on all hardware architecture. We don't require any specific hardware environment. It works in any hardware environment. So even Windows also works with any hardware environment. Linux also works with any hardware environment. If you see AIX server, which we use in IBM computers, it requires only IBM architecture. IBM components only required. But Linux works with any hardware environment. And one more thing, it works with least hardware environment also. If you have 512 MB RAM, 10 GB hard disk also, it works with it. So that is also advantage of Linux. Open source code we get along with the operating system. Operating system is free to everyone. It can perform multiple tasks at a time and multiple users can log in at a time and can be installed in any hardware environment. Clear up to this what we discussed?
Yes, ma'am.
Done. And next one is scalability. One moment. Scalability means same operating system can be used on normal desktop PC to supercomputer. Operating system is same. Okay, so normally in my laptop or desktop, what operating system I'm using, the same operating system I can use in real time also. In servers also, we install same operating system. Whatever the commands we are executing here, the same commands works in real time also. There is no separate operating systems like server, client. In Windows means we have two types of operating systems, server operating systems and client operating systems. If you want to use your PC as normal desktop PC, laptop, personal purpose if you want to use, we install client operating systems like 95, 98, ME, XP, Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 11 like that. If you are using your PC as a server in order to configure servers like DNS, DHCP, FTP like this, there we configure server operating system. We have server operating systems like NT 2000, 2003, 2008, 2012, 2016, 22. We have different server operating systems. So in Windows, server operating system is different, client operating system is different. Configurations are separate. What we are using normally in our laptops that we don't use in real time in server PCs, right? But coming to Linux, operating system is same. Commands are same. Same PC you can use as a server as well as client as per your requirement. You can use. See, in your laptop, you're storing your personal data. Okay, just for storing the data, you are using it. All of a sudden, you want to configure something server, Apache you want to configure. You can configure here itself. No need to change the operating system. So that is also advantage of Linux. Same operating system we use in normal desktop PC to supercomputer. Is this point clear? This point is clear. Can someone respond?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear,
Done,
ma'am.
done. Next one is reliability. So reliability, because no downtime. 24/7 it works. No need to restart Linux computers. Where there is Linux operating system, that PC, we no need to install manually. If you install something, if you update something, if you configure something, no need to restart your computer. Without restarting the computer, it will update everything internally. See, if you are restarting computer means, it means what? It will stop all the application background. Any applications are running, it will stop all the applications. And again, we must run again all the application when it on. Right. So that is time-based process. If you take example Windows PCs, if you install something, if you uninstall something, if you create something, it will ask you to restart the computer. If you don't restart the computer, your changes will not take effect. Even weekly, every week on Thursday or Friday, Microsoft people will send the patches, updates to organizations to run that updates applications. Even if you are using Windows operating system, even in our machine also, you can see when you are trying to shut down the machine, there you will get sometimes message, updates are ready. It will take 3 minutes time, 4 minutes time. Whether after updating you want to restart or shut down, you will get that messages, because in Windows, once you update, it will ask you to restart the system. So in server machines, if you are restarting means, so that is downtime for clients. That is the reason when administrators update something, when they update server, they will give downtime to employees, 15 minutes downtime, half an hour downtime. They will send the mails to clients and they will start updates. Because once it is updated, it will restart the computer. Okay, so that is downtime. Even if you observe, sometimes when you are doing Google Pay, Phone Pay, when you are doing that, it will say that server is down temporarily, try after some time, right? Because the main servers are updating means you will get that message. One moment. So in Windows means it will ask for the restart. So, but coming to Linux here, no need to restart the computer. Without restarting the computer only, in Linux, we can update everything. Okay, so how we update everything without restarting, that also we'll see, but that is in Linux administration course, not here. There I will give that practically also. I will show that without restarting, how we update everything in Linux machine. So that practical you'll see in Linux administration course. So reliable, we can trust it because no need to restart the computer. Without restarting the computer, we can run this Linux machine. And next one is security. Linux is secure. Many reasons are there why Linux is secure means. First is inbuilt IP tables are there. IP tables means firewalls. In Windows, we call firewalls. In Linux, we call IP tables. So inbuilt IP tables are there. And SC Linux is there, secured enhanced Linux. IP tables are used to secure networking files, and SC Linux is used to secure local files. Okay, so one reason in Linux is secure because inbuilt IP tables are there and SC Linux is there. IP tables are used to secure networking files. SC Linux is used to secure local files. Second reason why Linux is secure, it works with command line interface. So those who know commands, they only can configure something. Without knowing commands, no one can configure Linux machine. Even if you want to check content, if you want to create a file also, we need commands. So if you have Linux machines, someone else is trying to access your computer, they cannot access because it works with commands. So Linux is secure. It works with command line interface. Don't think it is difficult. It is not at all difficult. Linux is not at all difficult. It is interesting only. Okay. And it works with commands. So no, without knowing commands, nothing can be configured in Linux machine. So it is secure. Next reason why Linux is secure, because it works with it doesn't works with exe files. It doesn't support exe files. If something exe files are coming, auto run, something is coming, so it will not support that. It rejects back. See, many PCs, Windows PCs are infecting because of exe files only. But Linux doesn't support exe files. Okay, in Linux, it doesn't support exe files, so virus problem is not there in Linux machine. That is also advantage. I'm repeating, Linux is secure because inbuilt IP tables are there and SC Linux is there. And it works with commands only. Without knowing commands, no one can configure anything in our machine. Okay. And it doesn't support exe files. Okay, that is also one reason. And next point, why Linux is secure. For every user, password authentication is compulsory. For every user, password authentication is compulsory. So without knowing passwords, we cannot access our users also. If you create a user, compulsory, you must generate password. If there is no password to your user, you cannot log in into that user. So password is compulsory. So without knowing passwords, others cannot enter into our computer. So that is also one reason why Linux is secure. In Windows, if you have users, if you don't generate password, if you click on user account, so it opens that user. But in Linux, it is not like that. It asks for the password. If you don't give password, it will not allow you to access that user. Okay, I'm taking Windows as an example always just for your easy understanding purpose only. Because if you imagine, easily you can understand. Because you all are aware of Windows machines, right? That is the reason I'm taking that example only. So Linux is secure because for every user, password authentication is compulsory. And next reason, Linux is secure because we can encrypt a file. We can encrypt a file by assigning password. Linux is secure. We can encrypt a file by assigning password. Okay, so once a file is encrypted by assigning password, others cannot check the content of your file. Assume there is an important data in your file. There is an important data in our file. Okay, so now what we do is we assign password encryption. We do encryption, means by assigning password, we can encrypt the file. How to encrypt the file, that I will show in our further classes. Once a file is encrypted by assigning password, if someone else is trying to see content of our file, it will display the content in encrypted format. So no one can understand that. If someone is trying to open our file, if someone is trying to open your file, it will ask for the password. Without entering the password, you cannot open the file. Okay, so this is also one reason why Linux is secure. We can encrypt our files. We can encrypt a file by assigning password. I will show it practically. And next reason, in Linux, everything we get as a configuration files, no setup files, no next finish, no auto runs. Everything we get as a configuration file. We must configure everything manually. No next finish. If you want to share a folder also, first we open a file, we add the information there. This is the folder name. I want to share the folder with this pieces. Like this, we add the information manually. So as an administrator, what we configure, your system accepts that only. So Linux is secure because everything we get as a configuration file. There is no setup files. That is also one of the reason why Linux is secure. So these are few reasons why Linux is secure means. Yeah, Madhuri Dixit, in order to work with shell scripting, if you want to practice shell scripting means we need Linux operating system, but no need to install Linux operating system in your computer. There is a software called VMware. I'll show you. So there is a software called VMware. So if you download this software means here you can create virtual computers. So in that virtual computers, you can install Linux operating system. So whenever you want to practice Linux or shell scripting, you want to practice something means, so you can practice from here. Just you open the virtual machine software. So in this software, you can see computers. So you can practice here. I will show how to install how to create virtual computer and how to install that. That also I will show. I'll show you practically, then you can do yourself. Even when you are doing the practicals, if you have any doubts, I'll be there to guide you. If you message me on the Telegram, I'll respond. You're clear, right? Madhuri Dikshit. Done. So these are the features, main features we have in Linux. Why people are switching to Linux means these are the main reasons we have in Linux. Yeah, once you register with this course, you'll get the Telegram link. They will share to your DurgaSoft team will share to your Gmail. You can log in from there. So once you all are joined in Telegram, I will start sharing the notes also. Everyday notes I will share there. Features of Linux also. Once you log in into Telegram, I will share these notes also into that group or Telegram group. Okay. So these are the main reasons why Linux means open source code we get along with the operating system. Operating system is free to everyone. And multiple users can log in and they can perform multiple tasks. And we can open multiple applications at a time. And can be used, same operating system can be used as a normal desktop PC as well as supercomputer operating system is same. So you can use your PC as a client PC or server PC. That is depends on your requirement. And reliable because no downtime 24/7 without restarting it works. So that is also advantage. Linux is secure. Inbuilt IP tables are there. In Linux, we call IP tables. In Windows, we call firewalls. And SC Linux is there. IP tables are used to secure networking files. SC Linux is used to secure local files. And Linux is secure because it works with command line interface. Linux is secure because for every user, password authentication is compulsory. Linux is secure because it doesn't support exe files. Linux is secure because we can encrypt a file by assigning password. Linux is secure because there is no setup files. Everything we get as a configuration files. So these are the few reasons why Linux means, why people are switching to Linux, why latest technologies are coming on Linux operating system. Why organizations are switching to Linux means these are the reasons, few reasons. Okay, so in our shell scripting course, some I will show practically, like creating multiple users, logging into multiple users, running multiple tasks. This I will show. Even how to encrypt a file by assigning password, that also will show here. But all these features, if you want to see practically, means that you will get in Linux administration course. Okay, so that is specially for administration, right? There you will see all these features practically also. Done. And one more thing in Linux, Linux is performance wise comparing to Windows. Linux is fast also because Linux works with command line interface. So black screen with white fonts. So just commands only, right? So no need any graphics here. It doesn't require graphic card. But in Windows, processor works with always graphic card because everything is in colors there. In Linux, if you want to use graphical mode, you can use, otherwise not required. It is not compulsory. You can use command line interface. That is one reason why Linux is fast. And one more thing, there is a virtual memory and swap memory. That is a virtual memory, which is used to increase the performance of RAM. So in Linux, there is an option called virtual memory also. So it is used to help to increase the speed of RAM. So that also I will show in further classes. I will explain that. So there is a swap memory in Linux. Swap memory is used to increase the speed of physical memory, RAM. So that is also one reason why Linux is fast means. Okay, so these are the few reasons why Linux. Even in Linux, we have kernel. What is this kernel means? Kernel is an interface between shell and hardware. See, I will show you example. I'll give some clarification. Just give one example. In Linux, see, this is a computer. Assume what is computer? It is an electronic device, right? What is the function of computer? It takes input from input devices, do the process and gives output through output devices. That is a function of a computer, right? In Windows, if you are giving any input like a plus b, 2 plus 2, something, if you are giving any input means it transfers that to shell. What shell do? Shell converts it into zeros and ones because system can understand only binary language. So shell converts the original data into zeros and ones and it transfers to hardware. That is in Windows machine. Whatever data you are sending, it converts into zeros and ones and it transfers to hardware. If something pen drive you connected, that pen drive is infected with virus. It converts into zeros and ones, shell converts into zeros and ones and it transfers to hardware. What data we are sending, it will not check. If something exe files are coming which are infected with virus, it converts into zeros and ones and it transfers to hardware environment. That is in Windows. But coming to Linux. In Linux machine, whenever you are giving any input, here we give input with commands, right? Whenever we are giving any input, it transfers to shell here also. What shell do? It converts into zeros and ones and it transfers to kernel. There is a kernel in Linux machine. There is a kernel in Linux machine. So what this kernel do is when shell transfers the data to kernel, kernel checks the data, whether the data is supported by hardware or not. If the data is supported by hardware, then it transfers the data to hardware environment. If the data is not supported by hardware environment, it rejects back. Something virus is sent. Shell converts into zeros and ones. When kernel receives it, it will check. Virus is not required for hardware. It rejects back. Something exe files are coming. Shell converts into zeros and ones and it transfers to kernel. Exe files are not supported by Linux operating system. It rejects back like that. So in Linux, kernel is very, very important. It is small software in our operating system, Linux operating system. So kernel is an interface between shell and hardware. So before transferring the data to hardware environment, first kernel checks the data, then only it transfers the data to hardware. Otherwise, it rejects back. So this is also one reason why Linux is secure. Okay, so free from virus, we can say. Because of this reason, Linux is free from virus. Because something virus is coming, kernel rejects back. Okay, so these are the few reasons why we use Linux operating system. Is this clear? So these are the few features we have in Linux. These all features, if you want to see practical elements, that is Linux administration course. But our course is shell scripting, right? Here I will give some basics of Linux, then I will go with shell scripting. So these are the features of Linux. And next is file system hierarchy. Means what are the default directories we will get along with the operating system. Okay, directories means folders. What are the default folders we get along with the operating system? About that, we'll see in our tomorrow's session. So today's topic, features of Linux that I explained. In tomorrow's session, we'll see file system hierarchy. What are the default directories you will get along with the operating system? That I'll explain. That is important also. I think tomorrow also you'll get the link. And are you clear, everyone, what I explained? Everyone,
Madam,
is it difficult to understand?
yeah, madam, will you teach advanced scripting in this course? It will include.
Sorry, come again.
Madam, will you teach advanced scripting and it will include in this course or there is any
Yes,
separate?
scripting is include. Yeah, this is for scripting only. You just go through with yesterday's class. Demo class is yesterday's class. You just go through with that class. So you'll understand what are the concepts I'm covering here.
Okay, I'll go through the course content. And will you teach Perl or Python scripting
no, I
after?
will no. We don't teach it.
Okay,
That's what. You just go through the yesterday's class, demo class. You'll understand what we will teach in this.
thank you.
Yeah. And for this, whatever I explained now, these notes I will share once you registered. I will share the notes to your Telegram group. And even practicals also. If I'm when I started practicals daily, I will share the notes. You can practice by seeing that notes. You can practice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So this is about today's session. As these are the demo classes, so that too, one topic is completed. That is the reason I'm stopping. We don't go fast. Okay. So once the topics are started, practicals are started, means I will take full time. Like 1 hour time completely, we use the time. As this is only theory topics, that's why it is not taking much time. And if I explain more concepts also, you will get confusion because Linux is new to many people. So I'll go slowly only concepts. Okay. So if you are clear for the session, thank you. And those who have any doubts, you can ask me. Remaining can leave the session. But if you have any doubts, you can ask. Pranav, once you register with this course, you will get the Telegram link.
If suppose I want to see yesterday's class or today's class, so what is the procedure for that? If I want to recall the thing that you have taught today, so how can I do that? Like first I have to register for this, right?
No, you want recording for yesterday's and today's class?
Uh-huh.
That they will give you. You'll get a call from DURGASOFT, right? Ask them, they will give the demo link. This recording links they will give.
Okay. Okay. And ma'am, you were telling about this thing, right? Security inbuilt firewalls, IP tables, and SE links. So what are these, ma'am? IP tables and SE links, Linux?
Firewalls, firewalls in Windows?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, same thing here. We call IP tables. Name only different.
So, SE, Linux, whatever. So, do we require any type of command for that, or these are like inbuilt only? We don't have to do anything.
Inbuilt.
These will.
By default, IP tables are inbuilt. No need to configure it separately. It is inbuilt. If you want to off, you can off.
The
Just by
similar
running
way.
simple command, stop IP tables.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes, but
Hi, ma'am. One more thing I want to ask.
yeah, you can ask Pranav.
Regarding the notes, whatever you are telling, so those also that will be receiving through Telegram only, or will be receiving through our mail ID?
No, through Telegram, you will get. I will upload to Telegram. Like I'll make a
Okay.
note and I will upload to Telegram. Like this, I'll make a note daily. These notes I will upload to your Telegram.
Okay. Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much.